Alright guys, happy Wednesday. See who pops on here. I took a little scalp earlier. Yeah, right at this, about right there. Some indecision bars. I gotta turn this off over here. So, jumping. So let's see here. Yeah, kind of a cool news event there at this 8:30 candle, which I was not in, even though my signals told me to be long. I would not be long or be in a position during that craziness, but almost a full again in one candle. Yeah, pretty much it was. If you're, that's news for you. Not shocking there. Hey, Chaka, welcome to our little community. Cool that you're giving us a little try. So yeah, welcome. So like I mentioned, I took a little scalp with the I prefer daily GAN levels, but sometimes you can scalp the 1 hour, and I caught the 1 hour GAN. Probably entered around in this level and caught this range. So kind of, yeah, it's cool to have you. We have an awesome community, and we're pretty much a GAN shop here. We, I don't just trade off signals. Some people do. I prefer levels with confirmation. So in this case, level with seeing that the market did not break. It's up JP. Seeing that the market didn't break above 801. If the market would have broke above 801, I would have gone long. But since it sucked down like a vacuum, was kind of bouncing around for me, and then there's some volume here, some volume or some selling volume there. So for me, it was a valid short. Now again, look at this. We're at 8, 9, 10. It's kind of holding. Some people might see this as a bull flag, but to me, I'm looking at this as a level right now. But it's still early, right? We got 20 minutes before the open. So, but you can see all these indecision candles right at this 712 hourly GAN level, and we'll see. Definitely, it could have been a high probability scalp, early just taking that, but you can see I'm actually in my live account right now. Maybe you can't see it, but yeah, I'm taking real trades this morning. I'm already up 1,500 for the day, so likely going to just do one more trade and be done. I'm pretty much at my target. I like to be around the 1,500 range. I don't really have a set target. What's up, Dean? I try to take what the market gives me. I don't, but it's nice to have a general idea where you're at, and then of course, if you're down, you're done. It's kind of the same concept, right? When you have a couple good trades, you're done. If you have a couple bad ones in live, you should be done. Often people will see me on here on demo because a lot of times in the pre-market, these GAN levels are just killer, and I'm done. And I don't like messing around with, as JP will say, the drama of the New York session, which can be very tough. Can be tough sometimes, But we try to mitigate that as much as possible with our levels. So anyway, let's see here. Just taking a look at a little bit. Okay, so just checking a note here. So you can see how that that would have been a nice short there. You didn't have a ton of validation, but you had selling pressure on the volume analyzer, and you had a pretty good level that struggled before. So you can see how just right there this is the kind of trade where you can almost be done for the day. Like you don't have to, you can find a good level and you don't always need everything to line up. I mean, it's ideal to have multiple things, but how clean, look how clean that was, right? I love trades like that, because in 20-ish minutes, things are just going to get haywire, and it can make anyone look silly, versus, now you get a volume node right there, but just as look at that, that's a clean move. You could have shorted right at 701 and scalped 20 point, right? So that's, to me, picking your spots, and just you can see the price action, right? It's kind of like a triple top in a way, but just noticing the market did not break. See, for me, the key level thing is it could not break. It's not making higher highs, right? It's struggling. So you find a level where either the market, like on the contrarian side, if you see it's having a hard time breaking lower, then you have confidence to go long. In this case, you can see it's struggled to get above 801. Look, it struggled. How many times did it struggle to get above 713? Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You can count a bunch of times it could not get above. So, and then anyway, that's how I look at the market. Where is it struggling? Where is it? Where can we scalp? We don't need. It's nice to get daily range scalps, right? But you can also just practice getting hourly. Maybe I should change the color. That's probably hard to see. Maybe I can make it like an orange. Oh, that's better to see. Oh, that's not that great. No, gray wouldn't be good. I think it would be a good color if you can see it better. I guess leave it orange. Hopefully you can see it better. But to me, that's for me, simple is better than complex. We get to some pretty complex trades coming up at the open, which I don't love. So I really should just be live the first 2 hours of the market, because that's honestly my favorite times to trade. Just going back. You get some really good. I caught this long. Look at this trade that I caught earlier. So you're getting this. I thought it was the daily because overnight I was looking at the price action. But anyway, so look at this. Sell was actually pretty good. But either way, I like to be near levels when I'm trading. You all this divergent, the divergence here. That's what all these green things are, and then these blue are just buying pressure, and then you even get a buy. So if you're not, obviously you're not going to get always at the level. So you might be getting long about right here, right? And then if you're hopefully you're trading with micros or an account where you can withstand a little bit. Ideally, that might be too long of a stop, but that's like your ideal stop. But in reality, I don't want. That's a pretty wide stop for me. I'm going to be more like keep it under, ish like that. So when I get in here, I'm looking to go from you're not going to always get your GAN to GAN, but so I just caught basically right up to got close and just got out. And then you can see all this divergence kind of forming, but then I knew the news was coming too. So anyway, that's my reasoning for that trade, and then you saw my reasoning there. And look at this scalp still. This scalp, right? You're done. So you have two awesome trades with pretty clean action, not too crazy. So we're going to see here at the open, you're going to get some sweeps, right? We're going to see all that kind of shit that goes on. That can just you can do it, but it's just more high level, right? And a lot of times I'll be live during the open, and the hour and a half is just this garbage shit show kind of. Just the action's just really jolty, and then all of a sudden it gets really clean after I get off. So, it's just tempting to not even be live during the open, even though people love the open because of the momentum plays. I get it, but it doesn't really fit my personality when it comes to these GAN levels, because it just slices through everything. Especially if you're an EMA trader, I don't know how you can trade the open, because they literally mean nothing. As we all know, it slices through everything. It's almost like this news, right? It's kind of cool though. It sliced through all these daily GANs or hourly GANs, and then it almost on not to the tick, but right to that daily GAN, it just kind of halted. So then you can see how it's kind of coming back up here. That's why you can just scalp this. You don't need to get a full. It's nice to get full daily GAN, or GAN to GAN, but you can also just pick your spots and take your profit. So a lot of ways to do it. That's what I love about GAN level trading, is you can be kind of like a mini swing trader where you are going to get like these nice clean moves on a GAN to GAN, but you can also be a GAN to 50%. So or a lot of times what I'll do, I'm definitely more of a GAN to GAN trader, so I will get in, set my stop, and when I feel comfortable enough, I'll move it to break even, and then I'm going GAN to GAN, and if it goes against me and I get taken out, so be it. Because a lot of times I do like GAN to GAN, and then but I don't always get it. Sometimes you leave profit on the table, and that's just part of the game. If you're a longer term trader, right? This is kind of like not swing, but like intraday, almost call it like an intraday swing, because if you're hyper scalping, you might within a few bars you're out. I definitely like to catch GAN to GAN if I can. Now we're coming up 10 minutes before the market, so it's going to be, this open is going to be pretty interesting, I think. So well, it always is. When it is, that's why we love NQ, right? NQ is the beast of beasts. So, but look how awesome that scalp was. I mean, you could have stayed in this thing, maybe taken half off your position, and then you're just you're gonna get in close to this level. That's the ideal world. I mean, sometimes I'm a little aggressive with it, and sometimes I'll be entering up here. Like if I notice it's failing at a daily, I'm not saying I won't jump in a little higher than the GAN, but if you want to be like really strict with the rules, you're going to only take trades under the GAN level. But I'm kind of an aggressive trader, as people will see, and I don't mind getting stopped out a little bit, because if it's bouncing around, yeah, I'll get stopped out on a small, kind of a small my risk. But then look at my target. My reward is always, my payday is always way bigger than my risk. So for me, if people watch me trade a lot, I'll get stopped out a couple times on an idea, but I'm also knowing that this is likely a good area where if I catch it right, I'm gonna get a full GAN, right? And then people will see me even get stopped out a couple times on a daily, and I'll get a full daily GAN, and often I'll get 4 or 5 daily GANs and I've had multiple 45K days. I had a 100K day. Yeah, it's all demo, but it's showing you what you can do. When you catch multiple daily GANs, you can have, even on 2 minis, you can have a 15K day, sometimes 10K day, and that's kind of what I'm shooting for this summer. Is just trading, getting up to where I can trade 5, 10 minis, have a 30K day. Well, not every day, but when the action's there, you're ready to go. So to me, it's a lot about building confidence with these GAN levels through the week, and then when things line up, you can do a bigger trade once in a while. But yeah, only when really the conditions are there, and really when you're mentally there, because a lot of it's all mental, as we all know. It's kind of training yourself, not worrying about the P&L. It's about the process, as I'll mention a million times. The P&L is really the last thing. Like risk is always number one, right? We already know that, right? Risk is number one, and then following your process is like right there. P&L is really the last, because that takes care of it. That just right. When you do the first two, number 3 happens, and you don't need to stress about it. It's when you're oversizing, so you're not doing your risk management's poor, and then if you don't have a process, if you're just willy-nilly taking trades, then you don't really, then what are you doing? But if you have 1 and 2, number 3 just flows, and all of a sudden your account's growing, you're passing evals, you're not in FOMO, you're not in greed, you're just kind of staying humble with what the market gives you. So that's why I love GAN levels, because it gives you a structure to start your day, right? It gives you a structure so you can build your trade ideas, so you can manage your risk, and you have really good targets. And so you just kind of stay in that humble, that humble zone of not being too greedy, not being too cocky about everything. And that's how you can build a very repetitive trading week, and then it turns into a month. All of a sudden, you're profitable over a month, 2 months. You're just following your process, and you're just staying in that calm, right? You have a plan. You don't over leverage ever. Like that is just not. That's not even a consideration. You get to the point where you're so dialed in that you don't use that impulse reptile brain, as I call it, where we just seek that thrill. The thrill should be other things, right? Well, I use both, Dean. I use the daily as my primary, but sometimes the market is not giving me didn't give me a daily. I couldn't enter a short there. There's a news event, so sometimes though, like this way it's been, the dailies have been so bunched up. So as the GAN levels, it's been always pushed down, right? The past few days, there's been no reason to have the hourly on, because if you're down here, if you add the hourly, then it's all bunched up. On the typical, a lot of times, look at these dailies. See, then it's nice to have more levels. You can either have the 1 hour or 4 hour. Right now, the 1 hour, you just have to adjust it. So to answer your question, I like to have both when it's available. If everything gets bunched up, then yeah, you can't really have multiple data points. The 4 hour can be really good too. I like the 1 hour because you have tighter stops, but the 4 hour can be pretty good. But again, we're kind of bunched up here, so you can see the 4 hour right now isn't great for me. So that's why I adjust it to what the market's giving me. I don't really like the 4 hour right now. So that's just where you learn after you GAN trade for months. You start just getting more comfortable switching around the levels, but yeah, really the kingpins are always the daily. I could just never, right? You could just trade a couple times a week off the dailies and not really scalp the 1 hours. But during training like this, if I always just waited for daily, we might not get a setup to show you what I look for, right? So that's kind of why you have to adjust to the market, right? So, and you can see it's pressing up. Yeah, we're getting 5 minutes to the open. So I don't love the open, but I know a lot of people do. Like, you can literally be done. Like, we all know this. When the open happens, if you catch the right momentum play, you literally can be done in 2 minutes, and then you're done for the day. Those are traders that exist. You can literally play but that's not my style per se. I mean, I'm not saying I won't play the open once in a while, but to me, it has to line up at the levels. And like, I like it if I notice if it's sweeping. Yeah, no problem, Dean. It's a good question. Like, I love the open. Sometimes we'll see it like this, and maybe it will happen. I don't know. You might sweep these week longs, right? It will sweep up, and like it will bounce near a daily GAN, and then it will like vacuum down. Like that happened, I think, yesterday. Like, sometimes I love that open play where it just sucks the longs in, and then you see it bouncing off the key like not just a day, like an hour, but like a daily, and then you just can take a high probability scalp. But it's fast. But yeah, it's more of an experience trade, I'd call it. At least when it comes to GAN. But if you start playing, the thing is though, if you're just starting off, be in a demo account. And what I recommend is when you're at a level, take the trade, practice, right? Can be done. I don't really view it like that. A lot of people look at percentages and all that. I play levels. I don't predict. I'm a reaction trader. I play off, okay, is there, do I have a reason to short at this level? I guess I just keep it so simple. I don't predict I don't care, I mean? Like, I don't know, I don't think about it like that, Steam. I mean, I'm not saying that's the wrong way to do it. That's just not how I do it. I don't think of it like that. I don't think in like could or should, personally. I think what's happening right now, what should I be doing right now? Should I be long at this level? Should I be short, or should I be not doing nothing? Most of the time it's nothing, and then waiting for a confirmation to go short, waiting for confirmation to go to go short or waiting to go long at this moment in time. I don't, you know what I mean? It's just too much for me to think about what could happen in the grand scheme. I mean, it's always nice to have awareness of what's happening, but I want to know what's happening. As a scalper, I care about right now, right? But again, you can set up your day where you're planning to do, these multiple GAN levels, but you don't always know, right? So for me, I just wait off a reaction, and so let's say we get this awesome reaction here. I'm not saying it will, but let's say it does, and I get in, and then oops. Then all I do is I just play the levels will tell me. Let's say it bounces here, comes down here. I'm going to trail my stop down, right? And the market keeps going down. I just use the levels. And JP, you ever see me do that? You just kind of trail down. You just trail down, and magically you'll get these, like without trying, you get a lot of GAN levels just trailing how price reacts to these levels, because it tells you what to do. It's a really cool storyteller, right? These levels just really map out your day. As JP says, it's like a treasure map, because if you play the levels, it just tells you what to do as you practice with it, right? I'm not saying you can just start doing it from day one and know exactly, and then even I'll get stopped out. I was in a trade the other day, I was up 56K, it bounced off a freaking VWAP, and it came right, it took me to stop out and break even. So if you're playing levels on occasion, you're not going to always get it, but a lot of times, if you watch, you'll get paid handsomely when you get a good level and you just trade it, you just scalp it down. But yeah, this time frame, like in about a minute, that isn't like it's going to be this crazy action, right? So it's a magical treasure map. That's right. I love it. Honestly, it's my favorite way of trading, and that's why I wanted to. I didn't create this, right? This GAN level trading is not what you'll see pretty much anywhere that I've seen online. I learned it from Blue Sky's lead trader, owner of Blue Sky Trading, Mike. He owns Blue Sky, the prop firm there. And this is back last summer. Told this guy a million times. He was just trading off GAN levels. I'm like, what the heck? What are you doing? And it's the precision of him doing it. And I'm talking during the open because I don't really play the open. I'm on my live account. But you can see how it bounced off this 712. Could have scalped there. A million ways to do it. But anyway, I want to invest in lump sum in this video. Yeah, dude, that's not my. You know what I mean? That's not how I trade, Steam. That's cool for you to. That's kudos to you if that's the way you trade. That's not my style. You know what I mean? I'm a scalper. I can't think too far out. I'm kind of like the Eckhart Tolle of trading. I'm the power of now, what's happening right now. So I don't have an answer for you there. You'll have to seek out better advice. That's not my style, but I'm not saying it won't work. That's just not the way I trade. But yeah, we all know the market tends to go up long term, so I'm not saying that, doing that kind of trading isn't effective, but I'm not a long-term trader like that. So yeah, I don't have much to offer you there, Steam, sorry. So yeah, a momentum play off, you could play the 712 long, but again, we're 1 minute into the freaking market, so there's going to be some momentum right here. And you could definitely have scalped that, but I'm going to wait a little bit. You do have some volume nodes. If I had a demo if I was on demo, I'd be probably practicing along here. But I'm in my real account, so I'm going to be really, really patient right now. I'm not going to look to do anything unless I, feel really confident about it. But everyone sees something. We're all different, right? How we see the market. So I definitely want to see if it can hold this 714. And a lot of times, what I'll do is I'll look at the pre-market, and we know this. This 612 is kind of a key number for. Everything's kind of bullish right now. For now, it'd be interesting to see if look at this. See this bounce off this. Always hindsight, but still. and you get this little buy here, but I'm going to be cautious here. I'm going to wait. Especially when you're up, I can afford to be. I don't have to take another trade today. You know what I mean? I'm up a good amount, 1,500. So for me, I'm going to wait for a really good trade. I'm not going to just willy-nilly jump in here. But not saying that someone could have gone long there, because there's some good momentum right now, right? So a lot of ways to do it. But being me in a live account, I can't just do my fun demo trades where I'm just messing around. The sandbox, as I call it, sandbox trading. I like the sandbox trade with my demo account, not on my live. If I'm doing live, like a real funded account, no thanks. I'm going to be cautious because I'm more risk averse than I am trying to make money at this point. But yeah, we're 3 minutes in. So you had a scalp pre-market, and now you had a nice long off this 715. That's what I love about these GANs, right? Yeah, Steam, I don't know what you're talking about, dude. That's not my style, man. I don't. Yeah, sorry, dude. I don't know how to comment on your takes there, dude. But that's your call, dude. I can't follow you there. Sorry, man. That's not my style. To each his own, though. If that works for you, dude, awesome. Seriously, you know what I mean? We're all different. But that's not my style. I don't really care about the win rate. Win rate means nothing to me. I care about profit. My win rate can be 10%, and I can have a big day. It can be 30%. So it gets for me. I'll catch long trades. So win rate doesn't. That's like it's kind of cool to think about, but I don't really care about my win rate. I care about my profit rate. Not to demean what you're doing, but for me, profit rate is or win rate is secondary on my mind. I care about opportunity and following my plan. You know what I mean? Like, that's how I view it. Are you executing your plan rate? That's at the end of the day. Are you following what your plan is? Because if we're bouncing around, I don't know how we'll be successful, right? But when you follow your plan every day, and it gets to be freaking boring, that's the only way I've been able to grow accounts, is to be obsessed with the process. And I will be, when I'm on my demo, I'll be a little more, sandbox playing. But if I'm live trading, I'm dialed in. You know what I mean? Like right now, I'm not doing anything because I don't. For me, that would have been a nice long, but that didn't do much. Like the bull, what are the bulls doing right now? Right? The bulls aren't doing much right now. So I want to see if they're going to take this market somewhere. And if they're not, then I'm going to short this thing. But I'm going to have to wait. For me, we're in between. We're right in between two ranges. For sure, we're in between this daily. So that's kind of like that's why I don't love anything right now, for sure. And then we're in between the hourly. So to me, this is like no man's land unless you caught this long, which on practice I would have recommended people to do on practice or on micros. Yeah, I don't know what kind of long. This is very kind of a week long, I think. Very weak so far. Who knows? We know NQ can staircase, kind of be jagged as it goes up. So I don't like shorting NQ when it kind of does this jaggedy move, Yeah, it didn't even. That's where what are the bulls doing? But what have the bulls done for a while now. We know what the market's doing. So, I mean, we're down in the 1900s. So, yeah, you can see, is the bull volume kind of falling off a little bit here? We'll see. We know that NQ can staircase up a little bit, but there's no reason to get too aggressive. So, I mean, you got a micro, you could short, a micro here. You look at that rejection in between the GANs, but is that like, A plus setup, right? Now you got like a volume node, so I will take a short trade here, and I'm going to scalp down. I might not hold on to this very long. We'll see if I can get. I might get stopped out here. We'll see. Because I'm an aggressive trader. See, if I got stopped out there, then I'm going to be careful and do one more time. And this would be like if this doesn't work, then I will wait. But you can see I lost that one. That's all right. I'm just going to see if this volume can hold. And there you go. Okay, so I'm going to have to wait now. I took 2 stop outs, and now I'm going to have to wait. So, but that's me. I'm an aggressive trader, and so now I'm going to have to wait. So that's where NQ can be tricky during the open. And that's why I don't really love the open, honestly. That's where, like, a lot of times I like to be done and not play this. These games that it does. I don't really love this time frame. Never really have the first half hour because of these games that it does. It kind of fools you into a bad trade, just like that, right? So that's a good example. Sometimes you get you start seeing ghosts per se, right? Yeah, good example though. That's why I don't love the open. First 10 minutes. But we'll see. I'm going to try one more short here, and if it doesn't, I might wait a little bit here because it's getting some momentum here. This next candle, we'll see. We'll see if it can hold this time. If it doesn't, if stair steps back up, then the bulls might know something that I don't, and maybe they do. So that's where I can be, I'm more an aggressive trader when it comes to that. But that's me though. I wouldn't recommend everyone trade like me. We're not even at a GAN level, but the market has not pushed up at all. You know what I mean? You see this? So yeah, I took a couple of stop outs, but we'll see if it happens here. Again, we're so early into the market that this is probably wait till I'm going to wait till another hour or so now. So now I took 3 trying to short this thing. So now I'm for sure going to have to wait. Probably, I don't know. That's the trickery of NQ for you. So there you go. That's why I prefer to be taking trades at the levels, right? I don't like to be in this no man land, but that's how NQ can be sometimes. So look at that. He keeps. This is a brutal time frame. Oh man, brutal time frame. So yeah, I'm done now for sure. Even though look, this will take off, and that's the nature of NQ, trying to catch these long or shorts, So that was my attempt, and that's why I don't love the open. But sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, so no biggie. That's the way it goes. So, one thing I'm working on is this fix. Well, I have this thing. This is kind of cool. I'm also working on this compass indicator. Where is that at? This is our strategy we're working on. I want to get my compass out. Not this one. Yeah, I want to get on my compass. I'll show him my the compass. Where's our compass at? I'm gonna reset this. So yeah, I'm done with my live trades now. So there you go. Let's go back into paper trading and get back on my volume analysis. So let's see here. Let's get this to daily. So yeah, NQ is pretty mean to me there. But what do you do? That's trading for you. That is trading. Especially the open. So that's where you're right but wrong, right? I was shorting that, and NQ was just pretty brittle there. That's all right though, All good. I knew I had the right idea. Just maybe my stops were too close, maybe. But you can see how I didn't even get to this 01. So it's too bad that I was stopped out, because really look at that. Really those wicks were pretty. It's crazy how that happens. But I was right. Just got wicked out. And look at that short. So, that's I finished up even for the day because I got snagged on those. I was at 1500. Oh man, that's funny. This shows you though how NQ in the live market can really snag your trades like that. But that's part of the game, I usually am done by the open, but I wanted to show some trades, so you have to show losses too. So, but yeah, this isn't even an ideal short here because we're kind of in the middle. We actually would probably add the hourly back, because this might bounce off here. Let's see if we can get the hour back. And this time frame is kind of brittle, as we all know. The first it's going to bounce around a little bit. I want to reverse that. I want to get this over to orange. So you can see how this is kind of like I don't have my other volume nodes or anything, but to me this is a short idea off this 712. I'll put a stop in here. So I definitely like this short below this 712 here. For me, it could be wrong here. Maybe this is going to bounce. Market's going to be maybe with news. Also, I should consider the news events that are just today earlier on. That was a pretty wicked candle earlier, so that was nasty. But we'll see. I'm definitely thinking this 712 could be a good short here, but we'll see. We shall see. So you can see how you can scalp out. If you're in a lot of contracts, you don't have to hold. But again, like I mentioned, I like to do GAN to GAN. That's how I trade. But you can see how when you're up, you could definitely be scalping, taking some profit off. So I definitely could have taken some off there. And especially how early the market is. Like, man, it's so early right now. You gotta expect NQ to play some games with, it's just the way it works. So yeah, playing this 712 short here. Let's see if that works. But yeah, I had the right trade idea earlier. As you can see, it's just the NQ's wicks are pretty. That's the nature of NQ. Is really I should have been on micros and had my stop higher, right? That's why I like micros versus minis. Minis, you have to keep your stops so freaking. Look at that. So this is like $5,000 trade. That's where like the summer I can't wait to get my account where I can trade bigger, because once you get these levels, it's just unbelievable what you can do. Minus getting snagged out on that's what happens though, which I'm okay with. That happens. Look at this trade. This is freaking amazing. $13,000 trade. So, it's too bad I had the right idea. Just freaking. In live market does move different than demo too. The live market is way different, right? It can snag you. It's just a different feel. So you can practice all day long on demo, and when you're live, it's way different, as you all know. So actually, I'm gonna get rid of this. Get rid of the hourly now. We're gonna get, if we can get down below this. Sorry, this is. I gotta get rid of this box. Get rid of these label tables right now. So, so the compass one is getting in the way. So, yeah, just trading pure GAN levels. Look at this. This is a beautiful trade. You'll see if the bulls want to bounce this thing off the 13, but I'm already locked in and I got a good entry. And so, in the live market, you probably definitely take some off, right? You're up 10K or whatever. But we'll see if we can get back down. Maybe this will come back up. Again, we're only not even, 20 minutes into the market. So we'll see if NQ is going to mess around with the shorts before it decides what it's going to do. I don't know what it's going to do. But you can see how you can use GANs on the 1 hour. Daily are the best. We didn't get a daily, really, the short. So that's why I was on the 1 hour. So this 1 hour GAN idea. You can see it actually, we got a full hour. That's where a lot of times you can just have your, I guess you had your bracket set up, you wouldn't have had full take profit. But a lot of times what I'll do is if you had brackets, you'd have a bracket set for take profit at 50% of the GAN, and then that way you don't lose all of your, like if this comes all the way back up, right? Definitely want to take profit. So at 50%, right? Especially during this time frame where it's hard, you're not going to get likely NQ loves to bounce around the first half hour or even hour lately. Lately, the first hour has been kind of brutal. But if I would have had the entry that I liked earlier, the entry I loved was up here at 62. So look how you could be trailing that thing. So I'm still, I'm in a decent trade here, but my real entry was way up here, But c'est la vie, missed it. But also, I'm in a live account. I took a couple losses and I shut the account down. So for me, I'm disciplined that way. Like, I was up 1,500. Now I'm at even. Oh, well, so be it, right? To me, tomorrow's another day. Like, I'm still up for the week, and it's only Wednesday. So that's how I view it. I had a couple aggressive trades. I shut it down. So that's me just being disciplined on my live account. You can see, look at the games NQ is going to do. It didn't even take. It should have taken me out of this. I don't know why paper trading. It should have taken me out, right? That's where paper trading is kind of. Yeah, there it goes. So look at that, freaking. That's a typical NQ move, right? You have an awesome entry, and you're trying to play it safe, and then you get worked out, right? That's about as an NQ of a move that you can get, right? Perfect entry, and then it just wicks like that, right? That was just I don't know if you can get more NQ of a wick than that right there. That's like textbook gamemanship that NQ can do. That's where people can get frustrated, and then you start freaking out because, man, you're in a good trade, and it just I mean, look at this thing, it's still not done whipsawing around a little bit. Yeah, so for me, I took a few losses at break even. I don't know. I guess I'm okay. I'm okay with that. I mean, yeah, do I love to lose? But I don't know. Like, I've had so many big days on my live account. I'm not going to risk my mental capital to go down further. So you know what? Tomorrow I'll kill it again because I won't trade the open on a live call. But that's all right. I had my trade idea right. It's just NQ was pretty brutal. So that's all right. It's kind of good to show how to manage a bad day too, actually, because I've had so many good days. You got to have. I mean, it's just trading's hard. So I'm not afraid to show a bad day because I have so many good days. You go back to my channel. I mean, it's just maybe I'm not. Bad days are part of the game. Managing that mental aspect, right? I've already had my tantrums with NQ and trauma where I will freak out and just blow my accounts because I get mad. Getting mad doesn't make sense anymore to me because I already know that the next day I'm going to catch a daily again. Or even this trade where you get whipped out. It's like, well, now it's hard to enter, right? Because you're chasing. Yeah, there's not much movement yet. In typical fashion, this first half hour has never been that great. I mean, earlier you get some of these nice, clean moves, like, right? Look at all these clean moves off, these levels, and then you get this jolty garbage at the open. So I could really never trade the first hour of the new NASDAQ and be perfectly content because the first hour, unless you're really precise and really, I mean, look at this. Yeah, I was in that awesome long with that. That's Gan to Gan that I was in, but that they stopped. They knew that. I mean, even in demo, they knew. I mean, the market makers know where the orders are, so that's not like an accident why that happened. So I think anyway. I mean, that's a total stop hunt, right? Because they knew all those orders were there, so that's like just easy money for them. So that's where I had my better trade idea up here. You didn't even get close to that, but I still got wicked out because they're tough, right? But my trade idea was right. I mean, the market was not breaking above 801. So when I look back on the day, my analysis was right. It's hard to account for the wicks. And look at this thing, is breaking now below. So it's like, well, do you chase it? Knowing that it could come back. So then if you have a big account, that's a pretty big, right? That's a monster risk. I'm not saying that you're 10 lots here, or 10 contracts, but now this definitely could snap up, right? That's where I don't love tracing trades, but if you're trading micros, you can jump on a trade like this and looking to go again to again, especially when the market's been selling off at the open. So you can see this entry isn't that great. I like to be near the. I definitely prefer to be near the line, but if you're in practice mode, you know what, that's fine. You can, I'm just practicing going GAN to GAN. So you're not going to always have the best entry sometimes. Especially this time of day where NQ loves to snap right back up, right? It loves to do a fake out, and we all know that. So that's where you really can't be too aggressive with your entries with NQ. That's why I like to be near these levels, because then your precision, you can keep your risk really tight, versus a chasing trade like this one is, where you're going to likely take heat, versus if you wait for maybe a pullback to a level, right? Or, is it going to fake out and go? I mean, we'll see. We'll see if it can hold this. It broke out earlier at this level, right? At the news. The news broke this level. But so that's where you chase. If you chase it, sometimes you get snagged like that. That's why you're in practice mode. And so now what I'll do, I'll just wait for a confirmation to go short again, or I'll wait one more candle here. Actually, I'm gonna wait till 9, see, or 10. See if we can hold under this level. Well, yeah, that 612 is definitely a key level. Well, my initial idea was right, just the wicks. Unlike NQ wicks. So yeah, right now the 612 is kind of holding, but we'll see. We'll see what happens at 10 o'clock. Well, yeah, this GAN to GAN was awesome, minus this wick. Oh, so yeah, NQ, man. NQ's wicks. Pretty brutal. So, let's see here if we can catch this GAN to GAN here. Might not work, but in practice mode now. In practice mode. Like I said, a lot of times the best trades are later on. I don't know what it is about this time of day lately. This time of day can make you look pretty silly trying to trade this. Because of all the fake outs and weird shit that can happen. And I don't know if we have other news that's going to come out today or not. I knew the 8:30 news. I don't know if we have anything else coming out today. Let's see if this can hold. It might be going back north, but this is this time of day where. So it actually. Seeing this as a day, that's one thing I do like about GAN levels, is that you can see how it bounced off the 612. So probably being a little bit more careful about shorting, shorting under the 612. Another big news today. So cool. So me being aggressive, isn't always the best, because sometimes if you're shorting into a daily, right? I just got snapped up there. Ideal world is you're shorting underneath this daily GAN level, right? That's the ideal world. Because you're scalping right into this level here. But we're kind of got these. Yeah, we got both the 1 hour and the daily kind of bunched up here a little bit. So we'll see if we can get a GAN trade here. We'll see. Maybe not. Be kind of cool to get an hour GAN trade here for practice. Yeah, look at that. Look at that move, man. What a bounce off that. What a bounce off this 630. That was beautiful. Beautiful bounce. So now we're kind of in that mid zone where you can scalp off half, right? Or if you're like me, I shoot for GAN to GAN. So does it always work? No. Like, right? And you could bounce on me, right? But I prefer to be just my risk tolerance is GAN to GAN. That's how I trade. And I love. I mean, so look at those wicks. You see it? That's where, this time of day. Oh man, this time of day. I love the pre-market so much more than these moves, man. It just shows you. This is just good learning. This, right? Really, this time of day is not the best time to trade. The first hour. So I'll probably stop. I'll probably. I don't know if I'll do live trades the first hour. Honestly, I'll wait for when the market doesn't do this kind of shit. Oh man, that's funny. You can be right but wrong all day long when it does these jolting moves. Right? I mean, how are you supposed to trade that? Oh man. The market isn't going long right now, right? I mean, okay, we don't know, but okay, so I guess if you're above this GAN, you could be kind of scalping long here, I guess, if you're contrarian. But we know that the market's kind of in this weird down phase, but it is bouncing out to 612. So, definitely not going to short this yet, again, unless you get a good reason. But what a bounce off the 612, So you can see that's actually a double bounce off the 612. But the bulls still haven't done anything. Like, they didn't do anything here. They didn't do anything here. So it makes you, it's just, what I mean? This is definitely nothing, there's no trend forming. Like, what have the bulls done? There's no higher highs yet. Like, if the market got above this 800, I would love to be long, right? But the market just isn't going anywhere just yet, right? See, what is it, 1006? I'm kind of curious if it will hold this 712. We'll see. So there's a GAN to GAN there. But, man, that's a tough entry, the way it bounced off that thing. Is the VWAP at 6? Is it? Yeah, it could have been. So, can the market stay up? For me, can the market get above this 714? That's okay if I'm wrong. That's kind of like, can the market get above 714? Maybe it will, but I'm curious if it can. The bulls haven't done anything yet today, so maybe they'll start, I don't know if they will or not. Oh, my stop. Oops. I wanted to change my stop. I wanted to get in a bigger trade. My thing isn't working right. Stupid thing. So can the market get above 714? That's how I view it. What have the bulls done today besides be mean to me on wicking me out? That's all the bulls have done, is just wicking people out of trades. They haven't established anything. Maybe they will. They could. But for me, the structure would be they'd have to get above 800, right? The bulls need to be up here to do anything, right? The bulls need to be above 801 to do anything. Personally, anything below 801 is bearish for me. But we all know anything could happen at any time. So maybe the bulls will wake up and decide to run the market. I don't know. But I'm going to be short here on my idea at this 714. Or, 712 idea. But this time of day is trickier. But it was a nice GAN to GAN move there. That's a tough long for me to long that. Others might be able to see that. See that. And I don't love, this is not like an A+ short here. I like to be at a daily GAN level. It's just the market isn't giving it to me, right? It gave it to me on a news event that I can't short that. And I was trying to short it near the GAN level up here, but it kept snagging me, So it just, market wasn't giving me the daily GAN. And this might come up through here, but hence why I'm practicing this level here. And it might break through that level. So that's okay. So we'll see if the bulls can do anything. I still, you see how they came up and just did nothing. They did absolutely nothing with that, besides just wick me out. That's all it did. It didn't take off from there, right? It didn't do anything. If it holds this, then you got something here, right? But I still like bulls above 800. All this is kind of just kind of tricking people. Well, or is it going to stair step? As we all know, NQ loves the stair step north, but still is not it's not making higher highs, right? What's the price action doing right now? That's how I look at it. Can the bulls get this above 711 and really 800? You know what I mean? So the structure here is this 712 is, you know what I mean? They for sure got to get above 712 for the bulls to do anything with this thing. Question is, right? I mean, can we get a GAN to GAN out of this one now? So yeah, that's 50% GAN where you could take profit off, right? So as like I mentioned before, I'm more of a GAN trader, but as you've seen multiple times today, it's been whipping right back up. So it depends on what kind of trader you are. If you're going to take profit off at 50%, or are you more like risk of I wouldn't call it risk, but I like going GAN to GAN. And then if this can hold, I'm going to shoot GAN to GAN again. So you can see how this works out. I can get snagged a couple times, but eventually the levels will tell you what to do. You know what I mean? It's just a matter of time till the levels scream at you, okay, this is what the market is going to do. Now, yeah, we got to get below 630 because it could easily bounce here, or this we have this daily GAN here at 612 that could, has bounced. It broke through it earlier, so you're just aware of the 612 area. It broke it on that news event, and then it bounced it here and here. So, but we all know if 4 hour, yeah, dude, I know 641. It's crazy, isn't it? How I tapped it. It's crazy. I know the magic of GAN trading and cycling is just unbelievable. Like, it's just freaking amazing. But yeah, even on your on the short idea, you could be scalping off 50%, right? But I'm curious if this market can break. We'll see. It's bouncing a little bit here, but can it get down to? Can we back down to 630? We'll see. And then if it breaks 612, see you later, right? If it breaks 612, I mean, it didn't broke here. It snapped up, right? So that's where you look at these kind of, when you're in these shorts and it does that. I probably could have seen this is a good long play just because of what happened here, but it's hard to switch gears sometimes. So because catching that was like so quick, right? And then it will sometimes stair step south. Like you think, shorting it would be fast. Not all, it doesn't always, always cruise. Eventually, it has to break a level though. Like this 630 is kind of a problem area for shorts, but really the 612 is the biggest problem area, which could be awesome because if this 612 breaks, then you have a really good chance. If you get a candle that holds below 612, then likely we are going to 521. Right? I'm not predict, just going off the GAN levels. And then really, if you're going off daily, if it closes above the 612, likely we're going to 470. You know what I mean? Like, I don't call out. It's just right. What's the likelihood? We know how it respects these levels. So. That's what I love about, if you have the right account, you can take a couple of lumps, right? Minus, like on my live account, I was wrong a few times, I call it a day, that's fine, right? But otherwise, if you're doing micros, look at that, like, you're still in the game, I just, even still, if I'm wrong a couple times, I don't want to go on tilt and do something stupid with a live account. So, and because I trade every day, so I'm not, one day, doesn't hurt me that if I break even for the day, or I think I might be down a little bit, but mostly break even, But again, look at that. My original trade idea has been right all along. Since 942, my trade idea has been, I'm not saying I'm a genius, but just the market didn't break above 01. It's not rocket science here, right? Like if the market would have been above 01, I would have been bullish. But this area, like, right? You couldn't break it here, couldn't break it here, couldn't break it here. So that's why I was trying to short this. And Q is being so mean to me. That's all right. I can still show you how to manage your emotions, even when you're trading live. Sometimes it sucks, and you just like, oh well. Then you go into practice mode. I was up some pretty big here. Oh, I got stopped out. Right? But now look, right? Now payday, right? It's breaking below 612, so what I mean. NQ it can be a mess. It's not always a clean journey to your treasure. But yeah, if they get a nice candle hold below 612, it'll be fun to hold this trade till see if we can get to 470. 470. We'll see. I don't predict. I'm just. If if you get a candle close here, good chance of it going to 470, right? Or even this 520, 522. But we've also I remember yesterday the 550 being a key number, right? Cycling. 550 was kind of a, yeah, I think it was like 553. Like, so this could be an interesting area because the companies yesterday. So the market might struggle a little bit at 550, but we'll see. Could be a good thing too because that means it could just break through it. That's why I love GAN trading. You can be wrong. Your risk is pretty tight, and then when you're right, look at. I mean, your reward is just insane. You're getting these GAN level trades that are. I mean, that's why I don't care my win rate. I don't care about my win rate. I care about, letting these run, getting in the good entry, and then just going GAN to GAN. So that's how I recommend people practicing. Yeah, you might get snagged a couple of times, but again, if you have the right size account, it shouldn't take you out. Minus, like, if you have a disciplined rule like I did, like, 2 or 3 times, call it a day. Otherwise, if you're practicing, you can't let a couple of, if you're playing areas, that's just the way, NQ is tough sometimes, So that's why I kind of have my chilling stop just a little bit above this level here, seeing if I can get another GAN level at it. We'll see. It doesn't always happen, right? Can't predict. I can't worry about the results. Like, I don't know what the market is going to do. I can just focus on my entries and my risk, but I can't control, right? I don't know what it's going to do. JP knows. JP will usually be like, "Oh, go long here or short," and then he'll fade me. JP loves to fade me. Hi, JP. But I'm definitely not going to give, like in practice, I'm not going to give back a full GAN level. You might have to give a little wiggle room, but I might get taken out here. And that's, like I said, that's the way I trade. I might not get my full GAN to GAN. A lot of times I do. In this case, it might bounce up, I mean, I don't know. That's why you have to give a little bit of room because NQ is so tricky that way. But if you're shooting for these GAN to GANs like I do, then yeah, you have to give it some space. But this could bounce. I mean, this level's been tricky. Adjusted reserve, rope-a-dope. I mean, it's bounced off this 612. I mean, it blew through here, bounce, and now look at the 612. How it's just kind of cool. The GAN levels, man, it's amazing. Right at that level, it's just holding. It's just crazy. Bounce off that 612 like a magician, and that's going to take this out for a 17K trade. So yeah, that 612 is interesting. You notice we didn't even get like a full count of close below it. You know what I mean? Like, it wicked, came down and wicked, but we didn't really get a solid close below it. So it's something kind of is cool. I know. The third bounce, but and then it's going back down. It's crazy. Came up, wicked me out. I can hear my chickens in the background making me some eggs. That clucking sounds pretty funny as they're laying their eggs. So we'll see if this bounce here, but And yeah, could you've gone long at 612? Of course, right? But the bulls don't own the market today. Again, shocking. It will find areas to bounce, of course, but it's making what's the a little more likelihood of this holding down here. As the market can all of a sudden bounce here and go right back up to 714. It could, anything. So we'll see now. This is the fourth time it's trying to get below 612. It'd be kind of cool if you can actually get a candle to close, not wick. So there you go. See, it's starting to break down. Starting to break the 612 number. Look at this. Look at this trade. This is a kick-ass trade here. Kick-ass trade. It bounced. Didn't I mention like this? Eventually, the floodgates are going to open, though. I mean, the bulls don't have much right now. I mean, they will bounce a level, obviously, but the bulls have not done anything, right? So kick-ass trade here. So if this candle can close, if this freaking candle can actually hold, for hell's sakes, but it could still bounce a little bit, maybe a little more room. So yeah, I got a nice 4K trade, free trade here. We'll see if though. Still, what is it, 1024? So man, it could still bounce this level. Look at this. It's a wicking. But is this a bear flag, as JP would say? I have 10 chickens, Ken. So I'm getting around 8 or 9 eggs per day. They're red sapphires. They're not very nice chickens. They're mean son of a bitches. Like they're not fun. I've had fun chickens. These chickens are mean, but they produce. Even when it was like -20, we were getting eggs, which was crazy. I've had a lot of times in Minnesota, I don't get eggs during the wintertime. Even when I give them light, usually it's based on light, not cold. But they've been producing every day minus like those crazy. When we had a stretch where it was like -20 for like 4 days in a row or whatever it was. It was in that. But now we're back in the the nice temperatures of 40 and 50, which JP would hate. But JP, I was down in Florida, in March, and it was freaking cold. So it's all relative, Your body adapts. So when it's -20 here, and it gets to be 30, it feels amazing. It's pretty sad when 30 degrees feels amazing. When 30 degrees feels good, you're outside in shorts and you're going to the store in sandals because it just feels good. That is kind of sad when your body adapts like that. So I was kind of afraid of this time frame in a way, just because not afraid, but it's still. Sometimes this time frame can be interesting. At 10:30, I don't know what it is. You can see. Look at that. I don't know what the ATR is. Look at that, 612 all the way up here to. Yeah, the ATR has to be pretty high today. Trying to stay in this short if I can. Trying to get again out of this, but so yeah, 30. Yeah, humidity is pretty brutal, man. The humidity in Florida, is insane. Look at this freaking. See, we still have not got. See, like we still didn't get a candle that closed above or below 612. Right? It's crazy. It came up and snagged me out. I might wait a little bit. It's crazy though. Yeah, that 612 is just look at that, just unbelievable. So he has bouncing. So I'm gonna wait one more candle here. ATR 35, yeah, dude. I mean, that's so. And maybe this is going to bounce up, but I'm just kind of curious to see if this can, just this time frame, since it's just kind of wicking people out. Do the bulls have anything to run this thing? Maybe they will. Maybe they will bounce 612. They could. That might be the play, is to take the 612 wrong, but yeah, dude. You're right. Good call, Marcus. The range. You're right. That range just will not break right now. Good call. Good reminder there. Yeah, I mean, you can kind of see it. Yeah, it's just sitting right here. Just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but we're kind of waiting to see. The bulls don't own anything just yet. If the bulls bounced 612 and held it up to up here, that'd be interesting. And maybe they will. Maybe the 612 will hold. Maybe the 612 will hold. Definitely feels bear flaggy to me right now, but bear flaggy feels like it. I could be wrong. Feels like it wants to break out of this bear flag, but that's where I try not to predict. I'm just playing the price action here. So here we are below 630 again, and now we're likely going to test this 612. Maybe it bounced it again. JP is Ninja. He goes by JP because I can't pronounce Ninja, so I just call him JP. So I don't know how to pronounce JP's real name, but he's the ninja. I guess you'd say ninja. Is that what it is? Ninja, not ninja. Ninja. That's actually kind of cool. Ninja. I like that. So, yeah, why don't you go by Ninja, JP? I like that, Ninja. Testing the 612 again. Oh, so look at this, guys. It's breaking 612. And now, let's see, the second I say we're going to kick out, there we go, there's a break. There's a breakdown. Finally. Man. Look at this. Here we go. Here's a nice chance to go. We'll see. It's been bouncing this lower range, though. We still haven't had a candle close above or below 612 yet. Right? No closes. This might be we'll see here. We might actually get our first candle close below 612. It might be a miracle. Can we get a miracle? Oh, man. We have 45 seconds, 42, 41. I think this candle actually might close below 612. So that would be a miracle. Yeah, he might have taken off. I don't know where JP went off to. So I guess you knew that it was him. I didn't know if everybody knew that Ninja was JP. All right, we have 15 seconds. Compass line, nice. Okay, I should have my compass up because man, I freaking crafted that thing. I just love GAN levels so much, but I gotta start using the compass more. Cycling's awesome. Cycling's like on it. I love that cycling that you use it, man. I get so caught up on the GANs, but man, I love that and I can't wait. I thought I had it fixed cycling. I apologize. Let me check actually. I did update the code, but I think it's still. Yeah, it's still doing that thick thing. So, hence why I haven't published it yet, or I haven't updated it yet, because it's being too stupid on. You have to keep refreshing it to make it look halfway decent. So we finally got a candle close below 612. Finally, we got a candle close at the 5. Nothing, who knows, but. Finally, the 571 closed. It felt like a miracle. Like I said, this felt like, to me, a bear flag, right? If you like that kind of shit. If you love bear flags, or any flag of that matter. But it can also be a fake out flag, as I call it. Fake out flags. Because most flags don't mean shit, I just check in the morning. Yeah, that's actually probably the best way to do it is right at the market open, or just draw that over that way, because it just gives you pretty much one really good key number to help you. So now we're getting our miracle finally, potential GAN to GAN trade, as I was talking about. And does it always happen when you want it? No, I thought it might happen here. I thought it might happen here. And finally, okay, I actually it could have happened here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So that's why you got to be patient with it. And that's why I got snagged a couple of times, because when you go for these longer trades, it's not going to always do what you want it to do, right? Market will do whatever the hell it wants, obviously. But this is definitely going to get to, well, I wouldn't say definitely, but we got 20 more, 30 more to get down to this 21. Going GAN to GAN. So kick-ass, almost 40K trade here on our demo. So that's pretty awesome. That's why I love GAN trading so much. It just frees your mind, just gives you the structure you need. So yeah, and you could take off 50% if you're a cautious trader, and then let the rest run. So you can definitely take off 50%, even if you got rid of the hourly. So technically, what I really like is GAN to GAN on the daily, as we all know, that's my favorite. So I'd love to, right? There is that daily GAN level wherever that, or the hourly is here at the 22. But really, my ideal world would be 50% off at around 530, and then shooting for 470. If assuming that if it plays out how it respects these GAN levels, and you never know. Sometimes I'll get GAN to GAN, right? I don't know what's going to happen if it gets down to 470, right? I don't know what's going to happen. So, but I just play what the price action kind of, I'll let the story tell me as much as I can. Keep your risk at bay. Let these numbers tell you what to do, right? We knew 612 bounced people, but look, lower. I mean, that wasn't. It didn't bounce off the 612. It wicked, but it didn't bounce off of it. So anyway, that's how I look at those kind of trades. But yeah, shooting for this 470. So you can see this now. If we brought this back, it's bouncing off the 1 hour GAN a little bit. But are the bulls going to be able to, hold that? I don't know. We'll see. Right, so yeah, right on the dime. So I don't know if anyone caught any longs or shorts today. Hopefully cycling. Hopefully you're doing well, man. Did you catch any trades today cycling, or Ken, or anybody? Feels like it's been like this forever, and Q spikes up and we're just shorting. Feels like we've been in this cycle for a while now, like, just constantly shorting to NQ. And then like later on around, I don't know, 11 or noon, like yesterday, that nice bounce, man, it bounced off, I think the 602 or whatever, not 602, whatever it was, man, there was a nice bounce off. Like, nothing yet. There you go. That's sometimes the best thing to do. Nothing is better than losing. Small loss. Oh, computer loss. Oh, shoot. Sorry, but I hate technical issues. Well, this is kind of a boring short so far. I'm going to put my stop right below this gain level, and I will be right back. I get my dog out. One second. Really? You. now you had a good breakfast? Oh, I haven't missed anything. That's good. I thought I might be taken out. Hopefully your computer's working now, Ken, or is it still just giving you issues? But well, I didn't miss much. That's kind of cool. So yeah, look at that, GAN to GAN. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, minus NQ being tough on some of these wicks, GAN to GAN's pretty cool. But that's where NQ can still, you can be right but wrong, right? I was right but wrong, right? So that's just part of the trading game though that we're in. But so I don't mind showing that I was, had a couple hiccups there. So that's just life, trading. But I was right. In a way, I mean, I wouldn't say I was right. The market told us what to do. Right? That's how I look at it. It could not get above 801. Then this stupid wick, but it could not get above 712. I mean, the 712 was I mean that's what I'm saying. Like the bulls didn't do anything. Like if we would have bounced off 712 and then up to 801, I would be long right now, right? That's not short, but I keep losing my chart on the firm. Oh shoot, that's lame. I don't know which firm you're with, but yeah, I mean that's just I've been there. We all it happens. It sucks. I hate that. But yeah, pretty cool short here that we're just kind of waiting to see if we can get a full daily GAN. That's kind of all I'm waiting on. Can we get a full daily GAN out of this trade? And that's kind of like how I trade, So that's part of the deal. Just got to, biggest thing with GAN trading is like anything else, risk is number one. And then after you get your risk settled, you just trade the levels. And once you practice it, it gets easier. But like you saw, you still can get snagged on some days, but most days you don't. It's just that level is a little tricky. So that's the thing with patience and time. So it's a lot of it's context. Like I already know I don't like this time frame, and that's a lot of times you wait, so you can see how all this kind of garbage and then. When it came up to the 712, that's kind of like I could have waited, right? I didn't have to trade during this kind of like in between. As you practice, you're like, okay, well, don't trade this. Wait for it to retest to a level, right? This is not A plus, right? Like if you're going to take one trade all week. Would this be it? Hell no. Like I like daily GAN levels. Like this is not like this is not like an A plus trade. This is like B plus. It's good because it's you get a nice wick off hourly, but like I love if I'm going to trade. If you're just taking A plus trades, we already know what A plus trades are. They're off daily GANs with confirmation. So and you can see. I mean. If you were smart enough to short here at the news, this would be almost 2 GAN levels, but shorting that, I wouldn't recommend that, right? But people do. Like if you're long, if you see the news event and it can't get above a certain level, I mean, there's a lot of ways you can do GAN levels. And then like I said, I was trying to short, because it couldn't get above this, so I was trying to get short here, but. What do you do? I tried my best, and I couldn't do it. I wasn't even trading that many contracts either, just a couple. And I couldn't, it was just, NQ was just too mean to me. So I don't always, right? Someone could say, well, you're getting some wicks here, go long here. Well, the bears kind of own the market right now, right? At least now. I'd want to see more momentum build before I go long here. I mean, of course, it could just bounce. I know that, but for me, that isn't like there's not a reason to long that. Even though you get some dojis, these are like kind of continuation dojis. Now you can see we might get a close below this hourly GAN and see if we can get down to 470. So then we get the daily GAN again, and we'll see. I mean, it already tried once, but we haven't had a candle close below the 520 yet. So yeah, this is an awesome trade though. So this is where, okay, now the market's kind of slowed down a little bit. Yeah, you could jump, but I'm going to come down here now, lock in a 46K trade, so it's above the daily GAN, and I'll be shooting for 470 for this trade, and then call it a day, and be happy with my daily GAN to GAN. Or I'll be happy if it jolts up and I get 46K, because NQ might just decide to just be mean to me. I don't know. Oh yeah, I'll have my target here at 470, and so either way, I'm done. So I'm not going to mess around anymore. I caught what I wanted out of this today. And that might be too tight. But stop. This might be too tight. Maybe do 42, just to see if this can hold. But because this, it could bounce here. Give it a little bit of room, not too much. But it's still not bad for a day. 42K minus, it took a couple of losses there, but you're still up. So I'm saying, like, your couple of losses versus your gains, it's just, that's what's so awesome about it. So you don't need to have a high win rate, Oh yeah, dude, totally. Shorting off news is yeah, I mean, you can't do that every day, right? It's just luck, like you said, or even gambling. The worst word of luck, is if you're just, trying to catch those tops. I mean, the only thing that you'd have going for you is that if, that was so fast, if you're watching where it doesn't break above 8.0, but you're right. I mean, that's not a great way to trade. I agree with you 100%. That's why I didn't do it. I don't even practice that, because that's not really trading. Like I said, this is kind of a... So Marcus is bouncing off 5-minute 200. Yeah, well, that to the 200 EMA might pose a problem. Lots of traders at the 200, could definitely be, but I don't even look at EMAs really. But thanks for sharing that. I mean, I know a lot of EMA traders that do well too, so that's the beauty of the market. Look at, you're right, like, it is kind of bouncing off that, so that can work. You can trade EMAs and it can be profitable, obviously. And I got this taken out. So, nice call there. It bounced off the 200 EMA. Good job there, Marcus. Way to wreck my trade. You are like Eddie now to me. Eddie did a VWAP bounce on me, and now Marcus did an EMA bounce on me. But that's all right, I still caught a nice can to GAN, and it did bouncing off a key level, so you know what I mean? That was an awesome short. Killer short. So A trickier day in some respects, but not that bad, really. And now it'll probably come back below. So that's where it can be tricky sometimes when you're holding onto these trades. It will slowly snap up and then go right back on its merry way. So, but I was trying to hold for a daily gain, but I didn't want to give too much away until Marcus ruined me. Thanks, Marcus. But no, that was a good call. I mean, maybe this is maybe NQ could bounce off this level. So that's why I didn't want to give much back. Because if you look at the pre-market, the pre-market actually, this level right here is pretty big. This level, so it bounced off this here. Then actually, if you look at the pre-market, this level actually was pretty big. Because look at that, it was trading right. It bounced off that a lot. So, I mean, look at that's where, if you look back in time, this 524 actually was a pretty big, and look at it, it never even got a kind of close below it. So, there's definitely a reason why that bounced there, because it already broke above it. Earlier it was like at almost 5 o'clock Eastern time when it broke above that, and then the news. So it just kind of drifted down right to that range area. So yeah, knowing that, it probably wasn't going to get again. Like, just if I would have been more aware, thinking about the overnight. I mean, I don't know. We'll see. But you can see how these this scan again was pretty cool. But yeah, that this number is pretty key number. But look at this. We'll see if someone could have been scalping along there. Of course, see, I get stopped out and it goes right back to it. But that's the way it goes. Even in practice mode. And now it's dropping below it. Oh, NQ, why did you hurt me? No, I don't want to do that. I already cut my trade, so even on demo, you could definitely, if it closed, shoot again, but I already cut my trade for the day. So even in practice mode, you could do some sandbox trading, but still negative. So yeah, I agree, man. I mean, look at it. See, it's going to break down and probably see. I probably would have got, if I would have had my, stop in the right area in a way. Look at that. It's going to probably get the daily gain. That's all right, Still a pretty cool day with scan levels. It's pretty rare, to have a really bad day with scan trading. Yeah, you'll have bumps here and there, but overall it's pretty slick. And look at this, it's going down to let's see if I can get this compass fixed here. I'd like to get this compass fixed for Marcus here. So the I like this is kind of cool. I need to show this chart. This is actually kind of cool. I have to save this code. Look at this. Well, it's going again and again. Maybe I could email this to myself and then show you guys. This is pretty cool. Looks pretty good. Get the code here. Pine editor. I already discorded to myself. Now let's email it. Oh, look at that. Now it's hitting the daily GAN. And see. Oh, man. Look at that. Right on the dime, it's 470. My target. Oh, man. That's awesome. That, I don't know what to tell you guys. That's freaking awesome. I want to show you guys this thing. Here we're still on. Man, look at that move. I gotta take off. Man, that's great. Look at that. It's that 470 right on the dime. That's freaking awesome. I love the GAN levels. So I'm going to boot up this the new GAN, or the new compass. So trying to see here, I gotta find it. So create a working copy. Yes. Add to chart. Oh, shoot. I was going to show you guys the new compass one, but it's not working right. So we'll publish that later. Oh well. It's pretty cool though. It has the opening range, and it's cleaner looking. Pretty cool. Look at now, it's not breaking below 470. Pretty sweet. Yeah, hopefully you guys are, look at that. That's just beautiful. Breaking below 470. Get rid of the, you can get rid of the hourly now. That's why I love the daily GAN. I mean, I love how, it was around at 612 and it breaks down. And then, yeah, we held up a little bit here, but now look at this. Man, it's beautiful. So you get the, I would have had, 1, 2, and 3, possibly 3 GAN levels if I would have been right earlier, if I didn't get snagged out. Oh, man. Such is life. But nice job, dude. Marcus, 1,000, dude. You kidding me? Wow, dude, that's awesome, man. You're killing it lately, dude. I love it. Where did you short at 612, or what did you do, buddy? That's awesome. Yeah, that short of the 612. That was if that's what you did. I don't know what you did, but man. I'm happy. That's awesome, dude. Another $1,000 day. That's freaking awesome. Yeah, you should put a screenshot in learning on what you did there, Marcus. That's pretty awesome, dude. That is freaking awesome. Oh, I wish I was late. Got in when I could. Yeah, dude, 5 micros, you can just... I know. Micros are amazing. You can have your risk. You can have a little wider stop. And not get, taken out like I did. There was no reason for me to be wrong today, But that's awesome. Yeah, 5 micros. Yeah, you can make a good living off just using micros. Multiple times with Blue Sky passing evals when I'm just using 5 or 10 micros, $900 days, $1,500 days, just trading micros. Very. It's kind of nice actually. You don't have the stress of a mini. Minis can be a little more stressful because of the you can take some heat. But yeah, things kind of slowed down, so I don't know. I hope good job, Marcus, man. I think I'm done on live. That's 2 hours of scalping. Besides a couple of snake bites, overall killing it. So, yeah, this is just awesome, guys. I appreciate you guys. Unless anyone else has any questions, I hope you all were green and killed it today. Got some entertainment value out of today, if anything, and maybe a little educational. I mean, GAN to GAN isn't that. I'm not that smart of a person, so you just pick a level, try to avoid risk, and kill it. So, anyway, guys, thanks for your time, and probably we'll see. I might be on tomorrow, but definitely won't be on Friday. But yeah, I might trade one more live session tomorrow, especially if we've got some new people. So. Hope you guys have an awesome day, guys. Take care.